So to start the tutorial, I want to go over kind of the name of this move. So I am calling it the one-handed triangle cut, the Charlier variation. There have been some people who have been calling it the one-handed triple cut, the one-handed triple Charlier cut, and that feels like a mouthful to me. I also wanted to make it the variation of the one-handed triangle cut, the Charlier variation, because I also thought about doing this move, which is also a one-handed triangle move, but this is not doing it through the Charlier cut. That's pretty much doing it through a scissor cut. So there might be a scissor cut variation and a revolution variation, and at the end of this tutorial I'm also going to teach you how to do the revolution ending too, the one-handed triangle cut Charlier variation with a revolution ending. So that's a mouthful as well. So I don't even know if that was helpful, but with that being said, let's get into the move. So the prerequisites for this, of course, are going to be the revolution cut and the Charlier cut. You don't need to know a revolution cut unless you want to learn the variation at the end, but definitely go learn the Charlier cut before you learn this move. And with that being said, let's jump into it. So to start this move, you want to perform a Charlier cut up until the point where the Charlier touches your thumb, like this. So begin your Charlier, cut the deck in half, take your index finger, and when you push the Charlier up to meet here, you're going to want to pinch this long side against your thumb. And if you can, you're going to want to try to apply pressure between the two packets so that there's actually pressure being pushed into this heel or this arc of your hand so that you're able to take your index finger off and it stays in this position. So you should be able to take your index finger away and it should be fine. So if you're able to do that, you want to put your index finger at this long side here and break off about half of that packet. And then what you're going to do, this is kind of weird, is you're going to allow this packet to slide down this way. So your middle ring and pinky are going to let go, and this long side is going to slide down. And what you're going to want to do is with this packet, you should be able to take this away, and you're holding this still. You want to be able to extend the index finger away, because what you're going to try to do is, if you can, let this nail ride up the face of this card. That'll help slide it away. You want to pull it out and around to do this. Now some people I've seen do it this way, where they like let part of this packet drop down into there, and I'm not actually really good at that one. I prefer this way. So to go over that once again, you want to start your Charlier. Your index pushes up to that place, and if you can, start to pull a little bit with your thumb and start to apply pressure here. So you're now pulling a little bit down. See how my thumb is like flexing? You now want to pull your thumb in, or like curl it in a little bit to hold this packet against the heel of your hand. And then from here, your index contacts this long side and breaks off half the packet. The middle ring and pinky start to release or let go and let this packet slide down. If it starts touching your index finger, which it may not, but if it does, try to allow it to touch your nail on this finger, and that's going to allow the cards to slip and for this packet right here to slide down your finger like that. And if you can, extend. So a scissor cut might help if you know how to do that, because what you're going to do is balance the packets out like this. The packet here is going to be held between your middle and your pinky, and the ring finger is just kind of there for support, but it's really held like that. And you want to clear this long side past this corner like this, and then the long side of your index is going to kind of ride down this short side till this long side makes contact with your middle finger, and then you are in this position. Now once you've made it to this position, your index finger can push up the bottom packet towards the top, and then it's like completing a regular Charlier. And so that is the one-handed triangle cut Charlier variation. I'll do it a little bit slower. Open up the Charlier, index pushes up to that thumb. The thumb now holds these two packets in place with some tension. You're now pushing some pressure into this part of your hand. Your index finger breaks off this top packet. The index nail will make contact as you first start this, and you want to extend out as far as you can so that this long side clears this corner. And then once the corner is cleared, this can start to lay down beneath, and your long part of your index finger here between the first and second knuckle can start to slide this way so that this long side can make contact with your middle finger. So you've been holding this position between your middle and index, and that might be something you can practice going back and forth while holding that so you can end in this position. And then you just take your index finger and you push it up here, complete the Charlier, and you've done the one-handed triangle cut Charlier variation. And now I will teach you guys the revolution ending. So if you want to do this move, you've been able to get here, push that up, finish that, but we're actually going to add a little complexity to it that makes it a little more fun. And it's my preferred ending, actually. So you're going to do this move up until this point to where you're holding that triangle. Now what happens here is if you're able to do a revolution cut, you're usually, when you're doing a revolution cut, taking the index and thumb and swiveling the packet towards your ring finger to take, like that. So this time you're in this position, and you're going to take your index finger and swivel it while holding this packet, so it's a little bit harder, and you want to swivel out. And what's going to be cool is, as you swivel out, you might be accidentally, and it's okay if you do it because it's how it's supposed to happen, kind of, or it's okay. I don't know how you wouldn't do it really, but it can happen. So you start to revolution cut, and at the same time, this index finger is going to be unintentionally closing this packet, the bottom packet, up towards this one. Oh, didn't mean to do that. That could be a cool variation. So essentially it gets to here, and then at the same time, this index finger is going to push this bottom packet towards the top unintentionally while you're trying to perform a revolution cut, and it looks like that. And so that's a really cool way to end this move. If you get all the way to here, get to the triangle, the middle and index are going to swivel the packet like it normally would, and the ring finger is going to come all the way around and get in that little crevice between this packet and this packet. And as that happens, you'll see that the index finger is unintentionally also pushing this packet up toward this closing packet. And you've just been able to do the one-handed triangle cut Charlier variation with a revolution ending. Man, that is a mouthful. Anyway, there are going to be slow-mos for both of these in the end, so please enjoy, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.